G'day guys, it's Calvin from the Coaching Company in New Zealand. Well, that light's pretty bright, eh? It's brake day. My crappy LS430, it's time to do some brakes because we're attempting to get it legal. As I said in the past, I purchased it for the engine really, but I'm going to drive it for a little while, which happens a lot. Well, the brake lights are working now, which is different to when we first got it, a little bit more. That's probably about you. So we now have tyres on it that are all the same. 225, 55, 17s, all round. And what did it fail on? Oh, we're on a fitness sheet. Thanks. Thank you.
Brakes, and rear bumper.
Slight damage.
Slight damage.
Right front steering play, which we've identified. Front brake pads and rear brake pads.
We'll probably get back a little bit more. Not how far back to the
And there's a couple of notes. Small crack rear bumper. Small.
I can't see it.
Left.
I can't
No,
see
I can't
it.
see it. No small crack in there.
I can't see it.
There's more crack than bumper.
yeah.
And because of our bald tyre, he did tell us we need a wheel alignment at the back. Smart bugger doing the warrant check.
Look at that fucking sexualness. Look at that ornate standardness.
Ornate standardness. You want me to put something under it?
Maybe just stop it rolling forward again, but I think that's about as much as we're going to get without.
I've got a water crossover pipe. UZ water crossover.
It's like a million bits of wood.
Okay. I've told you about the AVIS on this.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so AVIS.
The ABIS.
AV.
V. AV.
V for vagina.
Vacuum.
Vacuum.
Okay.
No, advanced variable intake system.
Oh.
So it's at the back here. There's a little flappy flap. That moves when you start it on vacuum.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So here's the...
And that's not idle air control. That's something different.
This is drive-by-wire.
Oh, okay. In fact, this is ahead of its time, really, eh?
Nah, this is a bit normal. Mid 2000s, lots of drive-by-wire. So here's the little flap. So you can't actually see it. So here it is.
Don't try and move it. You might probably wreck it.
This is interesting.
It's gone.
No, what's interesting is it feels like it's seized.
Oh yeah.
Come with me. It does feel a bit wet back there. So here's your flap.
Oh yes.
Flappy flap.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And this is meant to move when it starts.
Yep.
So there's your flaps through the intake.
Yep.
So they're presently open.
Yep.
They're presently in the upright position.
Yeah.
And they will close, making the air have to go the long route.
Yeah.
So this tube here will flow across into that port, and then when it opens, like it is now, it comes up through there like that. Shortens it by that much. Okay, and that's actually meant to move. So
Does that work also for low speed driving?
Yeah, so low speed,
Yeah.
up to about 4,500 RPM. That will remain sharp.
Yeah.
Like that.
I actually like that idea.
The problem I have.
And that's why we've got low down torque. We don't have that low down torque that you were asking about.
Yes. The weird thing is, I can't move it at all.
Yeah. Okay.
It's jammed. One of it's carboned up, or it's been there for so long. So that's another job for you.
Should we fire it up and see if it does move?
It doesn't move. I've already done it.
Okay.
It does smell fuely, eh? And then why that moisture is. Now, we should put it this way. So, Shay drove this home the other day and said it goes really well, and I'm like, no, it's actually gutless.
I drive a V6. Well, I don't know.
Four cylinders.
Yeah.
So, and I said, like, it's lacking bottom end torque. That's because of that AVIS. So that's on his list of things to do. He's going to pop the intake manifold off. We're actually going to show how easy it is to take the intake manifolds off this another day. Today we're doing brakes.
Yes.
Okay, so that's coming.
Wheels coming
And we've got to work out why, because it should move.
Yes.
So Shay's going to jack it up on the hoist. He's going to take all the wheels off, and we're going to look at what we're going to do with brakes, front and rear. And he's going to look at some steering. You like that lip?
Don't give me lip.
Get your angle grinder and machine it off.
Yeah, man, that's perfect, actually. You spin it like that, and as I hold put the grinder there.
Worst thing is I've seen it. So there's your brake pad wear sensor.
Oh yes.
Is that brake pad wears?
So do I unplug that and then I can just pull that whole unit off and not worry about wrecking the sensor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the sensors.
Does it go?
You'll see.
Is it wheel speed sensor at the same time?
The wheel speed sensors is
in here.
here
Oh yeah.
and behind.
I should have looked
Okay.
before I said that.
So.
So not brake things as well.
And this, as you can see, the rotors have got these big lips on them, and the pads are very thin. We'll have a look when we get them out. So the caliper is going to be lifted off, tied up out of the way, being careful of the ABS not to damage any of that. The wear sensor is only on the other side. This one doesn't have a wear sensor. And then new rotors will be fitted. I should be rekitting the calipers, but it's a little hard to get some of the parts over here, so it takes time to turn up. So we're going to do that another day. In the back, the rotors aren't quite as bad, but again, the pads are very, very low. So we'll have a look at them when we get them out. It's a little hard to see. And of course, we're going to do that. Investigate what's up with that steering. I've got new inner rack ends.
So is it this side? It is, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So should we do that? Should we do that first? Let's do that first.
You want to do that first?
Yeah, well,
Do
I
that
think
first.
so. Yeah. Yeah. It's probably more of the harder job.
So for brakes, this is about as good as I could get in this short amount of time. Some Mintex pads, and some Tech Stop rotors for the back, which are Chinese. The steering components, however, are genuine Toyotas. Genuine Toyota front rotors for this are 460 New Zealand dollars plus some tax, some GST, which is 15% more. That makes them US dollars, guys, for that's about 300 US dollars per rotor for the front. So this, the Mintex, they're reasonable quality, they'll be just fine, and some new rotors on the back are going to be better than the worn out ones that are on there. At some point we will go over the calipers and re-kit them as well. So you're going to pop the booty back?
Pop the booty back, but I'm not sure how to get this. This one's one of those Thai ones.
One of those Thai ones?
I think.
Take the underbody body off.
Yes, that's what I'm checking up.
And you might even do an oil change on it, eh? You want to
uncrack these two.
crack that?
Yeah.
Crack
Smack
that. Smack that.
Yeah.
So smack with a hammer right there.
Smack that. Do you get so? Smack that.
And then do a bit of a measure up of the amount of threads and distances and stuff. It wouldn't hurt just to chuck some new oil on it.
No, not at all. But have we got a filter? Yes.
Yes.
We do.
Probably a genuine one.
Ooh. Yeah. You and your genuine. You know what? I like aftermarket. Ryco branded.
You hit it like you mean it. Very looks factory, eh?
Yes, it does indeed.
A little bit of leakage around this rack. It's not too bad, but if we go up further,
Yeah, what's leaking up there? Yeah, there's a bit more oil. Oh, there's power steering, eh?
power steering isn't actually totally disgusting.
Because what's that?
There's oil coming down the wiring loom,
What's in behind there?
probably from the tablet cover. Oh, that's power steer line.
Yeah, but that's engine oil. That's not power steering fluid.
Okay, yep.
Hey?
Okay, you can give that a good clean off and we'll have an assessment of where it's coming from. It's like clean around the front seal and stuff. Unless it's had
That's a good thing.
cam bout done at some point. They've done a front seal.
Well, you hope so.
And
It's
that's
at 200
remains. Well, you know, it's just about due for another.
Have we got more of these? Or what do we use instead of these? Do I have to reuse these? Because I know I'm going to reuse these boots, right?
Yeah, cable ties.
Yeah. Oh, that's the first time I've heard that word out of your mouth.
Oh, well.
Side cutters and cut that.
You might be able to untwist it. Twist it. Combo pliers and twist it.
What's a combo pliers?
Square nose. Square nose pliers.
Because this is my combo pliers.
Yeah. That's it. And you've left the nut on, very good.
Yeah.
So you don't smash the thread.
Yeah, I learned the hard way with that actually.
Yeah, I think we all did.
Yeah.
I think every mechanic learns the hard way.
13.
It was like on the 13th, so it's really 12.
So that's my lucky number, so.
It's got to go on for a wheel alignment anyway, but you want to get it close.
Yeah, for sure.
I've actually counted the threads here, and on this one there's 6 of them to the back of that nut. Bit of lube on here so that booty will slip off.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, bit of lube on there, and that booty will slip. It's got a little groove it sits in.
Yeah. Groovy, man. Oh yeah.
I don't need my face lube.
Let's not go there, eh? By me, you mean, eh?
It turns, eh? Does it turn?
Yeah, yeah, that's turned.
Yeah. Maybe I should have ordered new booties.
Maybe we should have ordered new booty. We're here doing it though, aren't we? So, I don't want to wreck the booty.
They're quite a hard rubber.
Yeah.
I've got another idea.
Okay.
We should lube. Boots off. We're going to, there's a lock tab.
Yeah.
So we're going to punch the lock tab back. And then there's flats in here. There's a flat there and a flat there to get a spanner on. And there's a flat there and a flat on the other side on the rack end. And that rack end's actually okay. And I'm hoping this one is no good. And this one is, you can see, very loose.
Am I doing it right?
There's a little tiny bit of play in this rack on the side, but it's not much.
This was the side that was leaking.
This could actually be a problem here.
Oh, you reckon? I'd say so too. Yeah. Okay, now do I drop it down a bit to try and get to the other side of this one? It's not going to let me. Shorter screwdriver maybe? Longer bar.
Yeah, this shouldn't be unscrewed by hand.
Hell no.
So you can actually adjust up the play in the side of the rack a little bit. It should be done with extreme caution. And you're actually, again, you're a little bit loose like a wheel bearing, okay? So
Oh yeah.
we'll put the rack end on it.
Yep.
We'll check for play before if we adjust anything or do anything with that, okay? If we don't have to, we'd prefer not to. So as I said, extreme caution on tightening up the steering rack. There's a bush in there, and all you do is end up just wearing that bush out. So you've got to get it just bang on. But this shouldn't have been loose either. It's a 34.
34?
34, but it's the problem is that the spanner's actually too wide for them. Maybe we grind the tools down. Hit the spanner.
As long as you
Oh wait, 34.
34 and a quarter.
Oh no, I've got a.
I've got a reach on there.
I've got a BMW, but it's only 32.
Story of my life. But realistically, they look the same.
They're both factory ones.
Oh, of course they are.
It's a Toyota one.
I should have known.
Covered in grease. Should have known, yes.
Oh, feel that.
Yeah, she's a bit tighter than A.
Fuck, you can't even look at this one. It's fucking floppy Joe.
And that's the better of the two?
That is the better of the two. This one. And dreidel this one.
Yeah, that's right. Right, and then we just screw it all back together.
Do we want some lube on there?
I'm going to put a little bit of Loctite on them.
That's just after what we went through.
Yep, a little bit of Loctite. I don't want them coming loose. Just a that. Yep. Oh, no. 243. No, Jason's on the dyno tomorrow.
Yeah, oh man.
Woo,
Yeah.
that's exciting, man.
That is, mate. See that? They should be popped out, eh?
Yeah, outie nipples. So here we go. Oh, come on. Oh, you.
Is it because we've heated it?
It could be.
Eh?
Maybe if you put the clip on it. Oh, no, pop it out now. Pop it out now. You're fighting with booties, man. You've just...
Fighting with booties. With the old booties. From rusting. Which is, we like that goo.
Yeah, we definitely want to give them a good clean, don't you?
For sure.
That's why we got the brake clean.
Yep.
And you want to make sure the surface that this sits on is nice and clean as well.
Yeah,
Don't
we'll give
contaminant in there.
We'll give it a sand on the where it sits too, on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've got your grommet. That allows you to access your handbrake adjustment, I believe. I'm hoping. These aren't terrible, these rotors.
No.
They probably could have been machined. Yeah, and they see the surface, how it's got rust and contaminant where it's been sitting on the hub.
It's a bit dark around this side, eh?
It is a little bit dark.
Should we go around the other side?
Look how big these...
I know, they're monsters, eh?
They are huge. So the caliper unbolts just through these two bolts here. They unbolt. Handbrake shoes, they'll look alright. You can hit them with a bit of a clean and then you can adjust your handbrake there. Has it got both adjusters? Just the one side?
But where does the adjuster sit in correlation to these holes? It's this big one, right?
It's the big hole, and then out in park.
Yeah.
That's the... But if you hadn't taken it, if you had left it in neutral overnight, the battery would be flat.
Yes.
So you're gonna have to flick it, of course, to do it. That hub's actually pretty clean, eh?
It is actually.
But you just take those little rust spots off.
Yes.
Sit it on, make sure you line up the hole,
Yeah.
the adjustment hole with there, so you can get that handbrake right. And the handbrake doesn't need to be really, really tight. Don't go crazy on it.
Nah, I don't know. I wasn't even going to adjust it, but you want a bit of adjustment?
Well, because you've got a different drum going on effectively inside.
Okay.
So this part is the disc, and this part here becomes the drum for the handbrake. So it's important too, just to give it just a little bit of an adjustment, just to get it, make sure the handbrake is okay, or at least check it. I've actually got a piston wind back tool.
Okay. Should we use it?
However, I just normally use the big poly grip.
Yeah, me too.
A little bit animal.
Yeah, they say you're not supposed to because it, like,
Why?
it pushes stuff backwards.
No, the fluid backwards.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you've got a choice. Okay, if you want to pop the nipple off and push it back so it just pushes the extra fluid out of the caliper.
Yeah.
If you're pushing crap through the brake system, you've got other problems, haven't you? You know, like, there shouldn't be dirty fluid in the braking system. It's that simple. And if you're pushing crap back through it, you've got big issues.
Yeah.
So your pads pretty much just slip in. Your wear sensor just pushes in, doesn't it? Pops in.
No, it had a little tab on it, a little.
Yeah, like a little clip tab,
yeah. But it does
and
just
then
slide in.
just pops through.
Yep. And then
And that's held in place by the spring clip, isn't it?
No, it's got a little tab in there.
Oh, it's got a tab as well.
Yeah.
Where's your tab?
Yeah, here we go. This little bad boy right here. Boom.
Oh yeah, so a little R clip stops that moving out.
And we're going to insert it into the holio right there. Honholio.
Now, what's really interesting, I think, with the wear sensors, is they're on the right hand side.
I know, only.
You want to know why they're on the right hand side?
Oh, yes, go on.
America.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So guys, why it's unusual is normally we see the wear sensors on the left hand side of the cars, because the left hand side is where the dirt and the crap and all that horrible stuff is. So that's we see typically. Brakes wear out faster on the left hand, and suspension wears out faster on the left hand. But of course, in America, it's the other way around. In the left hand drive cars, it's the other way around. So the right hand side sees all the wear and the crap. When they did this, they left the wear sensors on the right hand side of the cars. Kind of interesting for us. So Shay has fitted, as I said, we've fitted up the brake pads in the back. They sit in. Push the pistons back. And then you can bolt it back on. The surface here, cleaned. There's no dust and dirt, so the rotor will sit flush. And make sure we line up the hole in the rotor so we can adjust the handbrake, or access the handbrake adjuster, which is right here. Handbrake shoes don't do much. They pretty much will last a long time until they get so hard that they fall off the backings. But let's see, we're 20 years old now, still hasn't fallen off. And it'll go probably another 20 before it gets so hard and perished. Unless someone overheats them or does something dumb, drives the handbrake on, they will last an incredibly long time.
Just cut that now.
Zip tied out of the way so it's not hanging on the hose.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then it should just glide on there like a champion.
Look at that. Until those bolts up. Those are massive. I'm just shocked at how big those bolts are, eh?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, these calipers aren't great because of the way they bolt on through the hub like that.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Not perfect for other jobs.
No.
There's a little clip that goes on the bleeder.
Yep. And then this little clip goes like that, goes over this knob here, which it's not going to let me get on.
I tell you what, you're making it look really hard.
Oh, it is really hard. It's one of those fidgety things, you know, that's like quite fidgety, but once you get it, you're in, you know. I don't think that's in there. That's
Almost need to slide the pin in. Yeah, no, I think what you need to do is actually need to slide it through the pin. Or slide the pin through the clip.
Okay, should we take it out and do that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Oh look,
There you go, see?
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's what you just needed, that little bit, and it pops in. That's better, isn't it?
Ta-da! Yes.
Ta-da!
And voila.
We probably should explain the wear limit sensors on the front ones, eh?
Yeah, we can do, definitely.
When you've got the front apart, we'll have a little wear limit
Yep.
sensors. Yeah, so we had a little bit of it grabbed the threads as it came out. That happens. And I've given it a tidy up. And it goes in again. It should go reasonably well. There's a couple of little tight spots that are a little bit ugly. Yep. That'll hold that caliper on nice. Yep. It's not nice and strong. There's lots of thread that goes in deep. So that is sorted. Cool. Alleviated disaster. What we're going to do on this one, when you pull the pads out, we'll actually show you pulling the pads out, eh?
Okay. Okay.
And
now
rotor. How'd you get the rotor off the last one?
I just pulled it.
Just pull it then.
Yeah. Yeah, from there, see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna have to beat that. Bash that with a piece of something. Oh yeah. Give me the wood. Where's the wood?
Why? It's getting going in the bin.
Oh okay.
So what's the matter?
Okay. Fair enough. Okay.
Why don't you turn it and then beat it in the same spot? There we go.
Alright. Go on.
Easy as. It's actually pretty clean in this state. You know, it's not like really choked up compared to what we're often working on, eh?
No.
There's a little bit of rusty, but not as like big chunky bits like we're used to seeing.
No.
No.
Oh, we're doing pads, aren't we? We'll get those out.
We just about need a like a bench to put them on. Yep, that's it. Here you come.
Oh, this is a different sort of.
So we've got a different clip.
Yeah. Similar setup.
Same,
though.
so it sits over the end of the
Get the
pin.
pliers. Get the pliers, I think.
Again, level or wear sensor. Brake pad level sensor is in the right hand front here. Out with the little clip.
Just rotate the thing around a bit so we can pull it out. We don't want to lose that, so.
Thank you.
I'll probably get a different set of pliers to pull this out. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think those are suitable pliers.
They're not suitable.
How heavy are these calipers? Oh, they're a bit heavy, eh? There's a bit of weight to them. Now comes the pin. Probably could do a bit of a dust up on the old linisher, and not the linisher, the buff, the wire buffing wheel. The brake pad is just literally falling out.
Lovely.
2 shims on the inside.
Oh, they're buggered.
2 shims on the outside. So the idea here with the wear sensor is that will touch on the rotor and then wear away a little bit and ground out sensor, bring on a light on the dash. And if you're careful, you can reuse them.
These come with shims.
Oh, those ones come with shims.
Ooh, shimmity shimmity. Right. Do we want to use the factory ones?
Oh, I think I'd use the new ones myself.
Would you?
Mm.
You know, I'm the complete opposite.
Yeah, those ones already had a whole lot of wear, the rust and stuff on them. So.
And especially considering that you're like such this OEM
Oh, I know.
guy as well. Like, these aren't OEM.
No, they're not.
And so we're only going single shim now from double shim.
Yeah, it's only a matter of trying to stop them. That's an anti-squeak. Stop them rattling and squeaking is the idea.
Okay.
Right, and Shay will drop this brake pad sensor off, put it into one of the new ones on the inside, and flick the pads back in. You did that well, didn't you? You moved the little clip. Slip that out. Easy, eh?
Should we sit it around the right way?
Definitely sit it around the right way. The weary bit going to the pad.
Classic cool. Classic man.
Well done.
All right.
And then he will push the pistons back. You might want to use the tool on this one because it's the double.
Yeah, well, it's quad actually, isn't it?
Yeah. And this tool, pretty simple. It just...
It's like a duck. Quack. Quack, quack.
yeah.
This actually looks like one of those gynecologists back in.
I wonder if you can get it onto all 4.
Oh, you're asking for skills now, man.
Yeah, you'll get it on all 4.
Yeah, of course we can.
You might have to just give the outside a bit of a tweak with some polygrips or something. And it should slide back easily. Shouldn't actually be forced, the pistons back. You need to take that brake clamp off.
Yes, we do.
You and your brake clamps. You don't need a brake clamp on these at all.
Okay. Okay. Maybe it's just my bad experiences when I didn't have one on and the pistons fucking seeped all the way out.
Yeah, fell out.
And they popped out.
That's bad.
So I should be able to do this by hand.
Oh, probably not quite because you're pushing all 4.
Yeah, true.
Roll on. I just adjusted the rear handbrake. So what we actually did is we clicked the handbrake on 3 clicks, and then I turned the screw through the adjuster inside till it was tight, and then we clicked the handbrake off and checked that it rotated like it should, and it does. The front's all back together as well.
Sexual. 30.5mm, those roads.
So normally we would then also bleed the brakes, which we are going to do, but I'm going to pop that in a separate video on bleeding the brakes, just to keep the size down a little bit, and then it's really is a topic on its own. We're about ready to go for a drive, see what it's like. Fingers crossed it's got brakes, we'll run them in, we'll bed them in, and hopefully we're going to get a sticker on the window and make it legal. Wiggle the wheel, wiggle the wheel. You know how this nut was loose, right?
Yeah.
Give it a wiggle.
Okay. I can't see, remember?
Give it a wiggle. You can actually see the bearing moving. Hold this.
Oh, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Watching?
Oh, yeah. So that's got to be a bit tighter, yeah?
No. This thing holds the bearing in place.
Ah, okay.
The adjuster is actually up here. Ooh, gravity's working. There's the adjuster at the top. Okay.
Ah, yes, okay.
So this holds the bearing in. So I bet you if we put this back in and do it up tight so it's not finger tight, And who knows why it was undone.
Well, I'm excited for you now. And it's hot. I need to get rid of some of my layers.
Big 27mm spanner that I've got. Kind of handy.
But yeah, not many people have got one of those. It goes up.
Truck mechanics.
Goes
Right, give it a wiggle now. That is like 95% of that play gone.
Eliminated.
Yeah, there's a little bit of course in the gears, which is normal.
Yeah.
But you don't want them tight.
Yeah.
So all that side motion, it was that bearing flop around.
Nice.
Wicked, job done.
Nice.
Check it out. It's got a sticker. We're all legal. We've got our tyres done. We've got our play and our steering sorted. We've got a sticker on the window. That's a warrant of fitness, like a safety check. And over here, so that one lasts for a year. As cars get older, they get down to every 6 months they have to go in to be checked. And then we have to buy like a road user's a registration for the vehicle. And this one's actually already got a registration because I bought it before the warrant had expired. So this one's actually all legal. And of course, I've got to run in the brakes. So I'll do a bit of gradual braking, warm them up a bit, then I'll let them cool right down. And I'll also pop into town at some point to the tyre shop and we'll get a wheel alignment done, seeing we've had the steering apart. And to tell you the truth, the brakes actually were better before we did them. Just because they haven't bedded in yet. They're starting to come alive now, they're starting to work properly. But a couple more drives and they will be just perfect. Now on to the next job, to sort and actually make it so it goes properly and is serviced properly. So look out for those videos. Talk to you again soon. Catch you later.